I'm going to talk about an issue that may be a big issue for a lot of people, and that is gun control and guns. Okay, so anyway, I used to be I used to be in favor of gun control. Okay, I used to think, before I knew anything, um, I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. But then I learned that the fact that some of the high locations of the highest murder rates and gun violence rates also were the areas where gun control was the hardest, was the most strictest, and the toughest. Okay. Gun control laws were absolutely extremely tough in these areas where gun violence and murder rates were extremely high. Okay. Um, Another point is a lot of people commit suicide by using a gun. Okay. And if the people who, you know, are on the side of gun ban, you know, if you're on that side, if you use the argument of we should do this to prevent people from killing themselves, that I would agree with. Okay. That I would agree with. Okay. I would agree if you said that. But no, you never say that. You never say we need to ban guns because people are shooting themselves. You never say that. Okay. I always say it's going to drop crime. Well, crimes in the areas where gun laws are the toughest are also the highest, you know, which proves your point wrong. It proves that you are wrong when you talk about gun violence. Okay? If gun control laws worked, those areas would have the lowest gun violence and murder rates in the country. But they do not. Okay? When you're talking about banning guns and taking guns away from the citizens, there's one group you will never be able to take them away from or prevent them from getting them. Okay? And that is the professional criminals who rob people, who burglarize, stores, people, who are criminals for a living. That is their job. You will never be able to keep those people from getting guns. Okay? Never. It will never happen. They will get their hands on guns either through the black market or the dark web. Okay? So, when you take away guns from law-abiding citizens, the only ones that have them who don't have them are law-abiding citizens. Okay? You're never going to get them away from criminals. They're never going to give them up. They're going to hide them somewhere and keep them away from the cops and law enforcement. Okay? I mean, do Democrats understand that? Do Democrats understand that when it comes to banning guns, we're only talking about law-abiding citizens who will give up their guns freely because, willingly, because they are law-abiding citizens. Okay? People who do not obey the law are not going to do that. That is not going to happen. Okay? And even if they did, you're not going to prevent them from getting guns when they want to, when they want to have them, when they want to use them to commit crimes, to rob people. Isn't going to happen. Okay? So only two groups of people that are going to have weapons are cops and criminals. Okay? So guess who likes that plan, you know? Guess what group is in favor of that? Certainly not the cops. Cops are on the side of the law-abiding citizens, okay? Okay? And they don't have a cops don't have a problem with people carrying weapons. We're law-abiding citizens who obey the law. They don't have a problem with that. They've got a problem with people who don't obey the law, those who are criminals. Okay? They do have a problem with them. Okay? And guess who's on their side, the side of the criminals? The side of, we need to take away all guns. We need to take away all guns from legal citizens. You know? Then we can prevent everybody from having them. No, you won't prevent everybody from having them. You know? There are two groups who will never give up their guns. Cops and criminals. Okay? So all you Democrats that support a ban on guns, all you're doing is supporting the criminals who don't want to get shot and killed by doing their job. Criminals don't like getting shot and killed doing their job. And you're on their side. You're not on the side of the law-abiding citizen, you know, who just wants to live and just wants to live and, you know, go on with life. You know, you're not on their side, you know, because criminals want people like that. They want nobody else to have guns to be able to protect themselves. They don't like the fact that an armed citizen might shoot them when they're doing their job. You know? So all you Democrats are doing is supporting criminals. Those are the people you support. Those are the people you defend. Okay? You support criminals. Okay? That's it. Period. You know? Think about this. Do you Democrats ever use that thing between your ears? I mean, come on. Think about it for a change. You know? Do you honestly think criminals are going to give up weapons that they have when that is their job? You know? When they use when they use guns in their job, do you think they're going to give them up to the cops, to law enforcement? Of course not. Of course they aren't going to give them up. You know, if on the slim chance that they did, you know, they're going to get some guns to replace the ones they gave up. Okay? You're never going to be able to prevent criminals from having guns. Never. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. So what's the best, what's the best solution of everybody not having a gun? You know, that would absolutely be the best solution. I totally agree with that. Okay? But that's not reality, folks. Live in reality. The reality is you're never going to be able to keep criminals from getting them. That'll never happen. Okay? You know, that would be the number one situation that we could be in. That you can prevent them from doing that. You can take all guns away from criminals and prevent them from getting them. That would be the solution. But that isn't reality. That isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay. So what would be the second best solution? The second best solution for that is that people who live in bad neighborhoods, and there are people who don't have a choice. They have to live in horrible neighborhoods. They have to live in areas where there's a lot of criminals living. Okay? And where criminals feed on people, who rob and to survive. You know, there are people that don't have a choice. They have to live in those areas. Okay? So, what's the second best solution? The second best solution is that law-abiding citizens that live in those areas can get guns to protect themselves. That is the second best solution. The best solution is so that nobody has them. But that isn't going to happen. Okay? Number two, which is realistic, is that you have guns that, that people in those areas that are bad, those bad places, bad areas, can buy them to protect themselves. Okay? That is the second best solution. Okay? And like I said before, that, the best solution is that nobody has a gun. Okay? But that is impossible. That is not going to happen. Okay? That is not going to happen. Okay? If you think it is, you are mistaken. Okay? So, me personally, I live in a great area, so I don't need to be carrying a concealed weapon. I don't need to be carrying a concealed gun, because this is a safe area to live in, and so I don't have one. I don't need one. I don't have one. But, however, I had my life threatened. It's been several years ago. But anyway, I had my life threatened. Okay? At the time, the day I had my life threatened, I went and I bought a phone. A cell phone. Just in case, the idiot who threatened my life was following me, and I could tell him, hey, this guy's following me. I could call 911 and call the cops and have them, hey, this guy's, arrest him, he's following me. And, but then I also went to the store and I bought a paintball gun, for protection, which probably not the best, but at least it's something, okay? It is something that a few choice shots in certain places would, make it so that it was, he would be in enough pain to where shooting and killing me would not be high on his list of things to do. He'd be in so much pain that he would be thinking about that, and I'd be able to escape. However, when I did that and I told my family about it, they thought I was nuts. They thought getting a paintball gun was nuts to do that. Okay? It's like they did not get it. They did not get it. Okay? They thought, oh, you'll just make them more mad and upset at you. It's like, what the heck? You know? It's like he wasn't breaking in to invite me out for pizza, folks. Okay? Somebody breaks in to where you're living, it's to harm you. Okay? If he did that, it would be to do what he had threatened to do, to harm me. He would threaten, to hurt me. Okay? And at least having a paintball gun would give me a chance to get away, to hurt him enough to get away from him. But my family didn't understand that. They thought, oh, you'll just make him mad. Oh my gosh. I mean, do you guys understand that it wasn't to kill him or it was just to be able to give me a couple seconds to hurt him, bad enough to give me a couple seconds to get out of there and to keep him from killing me then? I mean, don't you understand that? Probably not. But, yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't have that now. I sold it. I sold the paintball gun quite a while ago, too. And the high-powered squirt gun I had. Sold both of them. But, but if somebody's going to break into your house, it ain't to invite you out for pizza or to say, hey, let's, why can't we get along, It's not for that reason. They are there to harm me, to do as much harm to me as they possibly can. Okay? And just sitting there and having nothing to defend myself is not going to work. Okay? If that is my situation, then I am dead. He will go to jail for murdering me, and I will be dead, and you people and the rest of my family go, oh gee, too bad Nate didn't have anything to protect himself. Yeah, then you'll say that. Then you go, too bad Nate didn't have something to protect himself. Yeah, when it's too late, when I'm already dead, then you'll say that. But before that, you'll go, oh, you're going to just make him upset. No. Why can't Democrats understand? You've never had your life threatened. You never had somebody say that they were going to harm you. Okay? So how would you know that it's no big deal that you should be unarmed if they do that? If they break in to follow through with what they said they're going to do, if you're unarmed, they find you. If you can't keep from them finding you, you're dead. If you don't have anything to defend yourself with, you are DEA dead. And that's what you Democrats don't understand. Think about this for a change. Think about this. If somebody threatens your life, What are you going to do? Huh? What? What are you going to do? You know, do nothing and go, well, okay, I guess I'm dead. You know, you might not have a problem with that, but a lot of your loved ones would. You know, they don't want to see you go.